Okay, so Max Dragonstar, we've got... I'm going to put... Dragonstar took Max's color. Max always plays as player 5, and Dragonstar took his color. Oh my god. Rude. I refuse to acknowledge it. I refuse to acknowledge it. We're putting him on player 2. Max is playing here as the Japanese. Dragonstar is the Byzantines. We have a 4 legs. We're catching up to the real time. Not going to play this at regular time because this is a qualifier. We want to keep up the speed with the tournament as it's going live. And it looks like we're at real time already, so we haven't missed that much. Max went for some scouts over here. Didn't manage to kill anything. Managed to lose 4 units. And now, with 2 pawns controlled, he is going to try and make his way to the Castle Age. Meanwhile, Dragonstar already up to Castle Age, playing as the Byzantines. And Byzantines, I think, the later this game goes against Japanese, have the advantage, right? Just better tech tree in general. Max never plays player 5 in 1v1. Really? It's interesting. How's it going, Tarzus? Doesn't Dragonstar also always play in teal? Well, whatever. There you go. Again. You people. Going good? Wish I had gone to Heidelberg. Yeah, I got to see the other Frenchie, though. So we're fine. Eddie? No, Trireme. Doc here from Dragonstar. And Margugu as well. Doc, anyway, as I was saying, of course there's a Doc here, but he has 9 fish. I would hesitate to add more if you're Dragonstar. I think you're going to run out of fish sooner rather than later. We saw that the other day with Sato against ACCM. He made like 14 fishing chips in the pond, and he ran out so early. I think it would be better to invest your wood into more docks like this. Exactly. Dragonstar also coming forward with archers, but look at this from Max. He knows this is a problem, right? Completely exposed on this side. Chose not to wall, and he goes for a defensive tower instead and an outpost to warn him beforehand what's going on. Max has 5 fishing ships in this pawn. Only 2 over in this pawn. And he's got some archers of his own that he's heading out with. Interesting. Dragonstar going out with the second TC. He'll see this pawn over here, so maybe he can harass that a little bit. And Max should be safe on this side. I don't really think he needs the berries at the moment. Not too concerned about that. This villager may die, which is unfortunate. But inevitable. And, oh my god, dude, Max is on full Max, peak Max form right now. We saw that game earlier against Samaro, where he's making random TCs on the edge of the map. Well, this is Max right here. He's going to make a siege workshop randomly over here. Not in the middle of the map. And he's going to start pushing from the side. He might even make a TC with this one villager over here at some point. But he's going to make things messy, and that's what he's so good at doing. Thank you, Jan. Appreciate it. Thanks for the 4 months. Over on this side, villager goes down to the crossbows. But the tower is up now from Max, and Max is harassing a woodline as well. And this is not pretty for Dragonstar. This is not a pretty woodline. I mean, it's kind of efficient at the moment, but it's not going to last for very long. And these villas are going to go right back into the crossbow over on this side. How many fishing ships for Max? Still only 7. Interesting. And, ooh, Dragonstar, great find. Great find for Dragonstar on this side. He's coming over with the scout, but Dragonstar splits away. Awesome stuff. Amazing stuff from Dragonstar. To find that siege workshop, get real close to that mangonel, not lose any crossbows, bring the scout back over. And now he's dealing with this army from Max, and he already has elite skirm. Does not have the armor, so Max will be able to snipe these down, but he's keeping himself safe, which is key here. How many fish over here? Just 2 for Dragonstar. Does have 11 fish total, though. Really, really good play there. He will need to start adding in either siege of his own or a stable, however. Because once Max gets a couple mangonels, could be worrisome. You're not going to micro down like 2 or 3 mangonels at a time with this army. Max will spot this other TC. Has a crossbow right underneath it. Already knows about this TC. So he knows he's up against 3 TC play from Dragonstar. And he knows he's on the clock because he's only been on 1. Stabbing him in the back. Damn. Nice little wood pen in here. Still has a villager forward, Max, as well. I thought that villager might have died. Villager being forward is really, really nice. You can get this outpost up. Outposts are extremely valuable in a mangonel push. You know if your opponent has a mangonel coming forward to try and snipe you. You know if they're moving their army around back here. It gives you a little bit of extra warning. And the villager is useful for repairing as well. Okay, so only 1 mangonel in here. The scout is still outside, however, so Max has to be nervous, but ejecting that. Even if he sees an opportunity for a good shot. And now the crossbows are coming up this way. This is very risky for Dragonstar. This is just too risky. He does have town patrol, so he will be able to see all of this stuff happening over here. And he can kind of avoid the shots before they come in. But this is extremely risky. Gets hit by a single shot, splits away from the other shot, and the Knights are doing work. The Knights are going to clear up this mangonel and the villager. Really great stuff from Dragonstar. And now we look on the other side. It's only a few crossbows attacking this TC. Dragonstar is so far ahead at the moment. Max did not add in extra fishing ships behind this. He did not add in an extra TC. He didn't really get much done with his mangonels. Dragonstar should be in a really comfortable position. Really, really comfortable. I think the only thing for Dragonstar is, like, get the extra goddamn armor for your skirmishers. Running around with Elite Skirm, 11 Elite Skirm without the +1 armor is not great, but Max realizes he's so far behind. He's just going to call the GG. And Dragonstar takes game number 1. We have ourselves a set here, folks. Have ourselves a set. Can't see Max getting 3-0'd. Definitely not. And now we adjust all this stuff, now that we have time. Dragonstar 1-0. We go to the draft page. Let's see. Map draft. Map draft. Dragonstar versus Max. We got that one. Let's flip it. And then we need the Civ draft as well. Oh god, that was so loud. Sorry. Okay. Loss for Japanese, win for Byzantines. Look at the map draft. Win on 4 lakes. Okay. And our next map is going to be Nomad. And we have Koreans versus Malians. Dude, I was talking about this with some of the players in Heidelberg. And we were talking about what civs on Nomad would be the best with the 9 villager start. And a couple of us agreed, like, Koreans would be really good. Honestly, if you have 9 villagers start on Nomad with Koreans, you see the entire map because of their additional line of sight. You will know exactly where everything is. And knowing where resources are on Nomad is incredibly important. Resources, your enemy's position, etc. Malians might not be bad with a 9-vil start too. I don't think Malians really make all that much difference, though. You get the dock up immediately with a fishing ship, but 9-vil start being like 1 or 2 fishing ships ahead, I don't know. They do have a decent tech tree for Nomad, right? Good monk tech tree. Cavalry options. Decent infantry, some good crossbow play in the mid game, but do you not get them after the TC? No, that's for Chinese and Mayans and stuff. Do Chinese start with 12 vills? 9 vills, and then they get them after the TC is up. But on Arabia and stuff, yeah. Song name is Easy Lover from Phil Collins.
Fuck you all. Your lives are so sad. I get a charity tax break just for hanging out with you.
Artec, thank you for the 12 months. That's a year. Celts are probably not so strong with 9 vil start. Well, Celts aren't very great on Nomad to begin with, right? Why is Nomad surrounded by orange? I have no idea. I have no idea. Yeah. Game 2, coming right up. Oh, Dragonstar. We can't have you in teal with a blue player. We can't have that. All right, so here we go. 9 villagers start on Nomad. Now let's look at Dragonstar's point of view. Okay, we see the villagers all coming towards this area. Now let's look at Max's point of view. Look at how much line of sight he's getting from these villagers. It's kind of crazy. He's got 2 of them building houses over here. I guess that's something you have to consider. You will need more pop space. And Max is going to see so much of the map, especially after these villagers come across like this. He'll know exactly where Dragonstar's TC is, presumably. No, he's going to miss that. But he will see the villager coming up here. So he can suspect that the TC is going to be there. Here, once again, here's Dragonstar's point of view. Max's point of view. Now, it's not so pronounced right now, but once these villagers are back, it will be. Max sees like the entire map. It's crazy. Hi, Dave. Recon AoE 4, is it the same from AoE 2, aka Leon? No, it's not. No, it's not. It's a different recon. I have confirmed that as well. I thought it was the same guy because they're both from the UK, but... Recon from AoE 4 also plays AoE 2 at a high enough level, though. It's like 2K2 or something like that. Okay, Max. Luring in a boar. There's another boar over here. Gonna find some of these sheep, but that will also let Dragonstar know exactly where the dock is from Max. See, Dragonstar can't see any of this stuff. He can suspect that the dock is here because he has lost 2 sheep now to that. But has no confirmation. That could just be a stray villager up there. Let's take a look at what Max is scouting. Max has lost a sheep over here, so he can assume that the dock is there, or the TC. Still hasn't found this, somehow. But he's using his sheep now to scout the shorelines to make sure there's no docks on the other side. Red has boar behind house. Yeah. Villager coming over here. Max will see this. Notices it coming in and repairs the wall before it happens. And Dragonstar confirms that the dock is there. Max only suspects that the dock is here, but Max must have confirmation now that the TC is here, now that that villager came over to try and attack his dockville. So he will know exactly where Dragonstar is. He's got a lot on food right now. He's got a lot of food in the bank, and he might go up early and might tower this. He's already walling over here. He could legitimately wall in Dragonstar here and tower him. He's got a villager up here, wall up here, wall here, tower here, and a wall over here. And what does Dragonstar do? What does he do? Absolutely nothing. That's what he does. I can never track where I lose my sheep on Nomad. Yeah, you got to be keeping... It takes experience, right? You have to keep an eye on everything at the same time. It's just like most Age of Empires 2 games. Just keep an eye on everything at the same time. It's easy. Just pay attention. Come on, Max. Wall him in. Come on, do it. Do it. Koreans can't get demos, so you can't even do like a sick demo play on the ostrich villagers. Max is up to the feudal age. Max now comes over here. Gonna replace his dock, probably. So much vision for him. Dude, he sees like the entire map. I guess Dragonstar is good exploration as well.
Have you heard about the freshly released game Dave the Diver?
No, I haven't heard about Dave the Diver. I have not. Thank you, Zbizek. Thanks for the 10 months, dude. Max also sees this stuff. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. He's already setting up. He couldn't get the wall off here, but he's already setting up his tower position over here. Look at this. Nice little cubby to fit that tower in. And I wonder if he's tracking these villagers coming across. He saw some of them running this way. He might be. Dragonstar is trying to escape. Dragonstar was trying to find gold. He's found some over here. Also some available up on this side, but it's a long way away from his base. A very long way away, and he's going to be 1 minute and 20 seconds later to the feudal age TheMax. This is absolutely disgusting. Tower here would be so good. Tower here. Cuts off the wood line here. Cuts off the wood line over here. Not within range of that TC. Very rough start for Dragonstar. Very, very rough. And he's going to be migrating everything. Credit to Dragonstar, he did leave early, though. He left very, very early before the feudal pressure comes in. And Max is going to have to hunt him down on all sides of the map. Also, Korean's not really a civ you can imagine going into scouts. So maybe not punished over on this side. But Max may actually add in some land units like archers to come and hit this stuff later. We need Max in the tournament. It's been too long. Well, he plays in like all of the qualifiers for everything. Played in the Red Bull qualifiers. Played in the RMS Cup 2 stuff. Plays in this one. He just can't quite qualify, you know? Always in the deeper stages, but never making it into the main event anymore. He's found these vills up here. He has found these vills. He's going for fires. Looks like Dragonstar has a couple fires queued. He's running out of fish on this side, so he'll need to migrate shortly. And Max is going to... Oh, man. This one villager is going to give him so much vision. Sees the lumber camp over there. Denying the wood lines over here. My question for Max is, what's the next play? Are you trying to go up to Castle Age to punish this? Or do you want to punish this in Feudal Age? He's got some on stone, but not enough stone in the bank right now for a tower. Feels like it's going to be a Castle Age play from him based on his resources. So he runs away from this villager over here. Does have the hill, though. So Dragonstar needs to pay attention. Max will win this fight unless Dragonstar repositions, which he does. And Max needs to run away. Dragonstar's done a decent job here. It's a difficult position for him, right? Whereas TC was starting. The fact Max could see all of that. And he's gone up to Castle Age already. And Max is just placed in the market right now. Could be really difficult for Max, honestly. Could be really, really difficult. If Dragonstar goes for, like, knights here. Could be really tough. He might prioritize water control. Is he still making fires? I feel like water control is a big investment when your entire land eco is very exposed. And here he goes with the barracks now as Max comes forward with the tower. I think knights would be pretty brutal. Even just a couple knights. Max is going to have to quick wall all of that and find a defense. Should Max have more fish? Tough to say, right? Tough to say. He's adding some more now. He definitely wanted to spend his wood on the fires to disrupt the fishing from his opponent. Dragonstar runs out of wood to repair that fire ship. Max is going to click up. Needs another building. Needs another building. Oh, boy. He's so far behind to Castle Age. He's so far behind. He's got a tower here. He's got a tower over here, but definitely potential for Dragonstar to do damage. Dragonstar lacking wood, however. Because Max has been denying the wood lines, Dragonstar cannot build a stable. He cannot build a monastery. He cannot build a siege workshop. He cannot build really any units to kill Max's eco as Max is struggling to get up to Castle Age. He's now clicked. So it feels like Max is going to get away with this. Stable only now coming up for Dragonstar. He was spending wood to repair his fire galleys. He was getting kicked off not only this wood line, and also this wood line. And now he's going to have to spend wood on war galley research, too. Is that wood? Or is that food gold? I can never remember for war galley. I think it's food gold, right? Is it wood gold? I think it's food gold. I think it's food gold. Yo, Shelly, thanks for the prime. It's food gold, yeah. It is 230. It is 230, 100. I just couldn't remember. That's why you cast with Ornlu? Okay. But then you guys can't make fun of me. I think I'd have a lot less fun with this game if I knew everything. Alright, knight coming in. Spearmen are already here, though. Imagine if this knight, if he built that stable in Feudal Age, if this knight was here, like 2 minutes ago, before any of these spearmen were coming out. It could have done so much damage. Max would have had to run back to his TC with all of this. Instead, he's got 5 spearmen. It was good preparation from him. He's got 5 spearmen and he's ready. Also going for another TC. A third TC. Securing this area. And his towers have now upgraded to guard towers. We're going to be killing these villagers as they come on past. We wanted perfection, we wouldn't be here, right? I would say knowing the game, in terms of casting, I'd say knowing the game is like 20% of casting. I think. I'd say 20%, yeah. Max is getting... Max got caravan. What? Wait. What is that? What is caravan? That makes your trade travel faster. My man just got caravan in a 1v1. Max just got caravan in a 1v1. Definite misclick territory or ultimate flex. Either or, you decide. You decide. You decide. It affects trade cogs. Yes, which he has none of. It also affects trade carts. Market is there, though. The market is here. Siege workshop now for Max. Still cutting off this wood line. This wood line is incredibly exposed if he goes for a tower here. Tower here would be brutal for Dragonstar. You have to shift everything up here again. Or down here. This tower was denied. So good job from Dragonstar there. And Dragonstar is still kind of holding water. Still got 5 fishing ships alive. And he's making another dock down here. Keep them efficient. Also hunting down the fish from Max is a great play from him. But Max is still kind of fishing up here. Still has some fire galleys of his own. And now thinking about... Where is he spending his stone? Did he drop another tower somewhere? He did have more than that, right? Or did he sell it? He sold it. Okay. Sold it for gold. So he can afford a turtle ship. Pog. Monks coming in. There's spearmen here that are kind of dangerous. But I think the monks will convert 2 spearmen and then just heal them up to fight the rest. Still not going for trade. It was definitely a misclick. And now Max is kind of overreacting to this, going for defensive towers over on this side. He does have 3 TC. So maybe he thinks he's ahead of Dragonstar, but Dragonstar now adding a 4th. I think Max is being way too passive here. Way too passive. Like, why not just continue with the map control with a tower over here? Or why not just come finish this tower? Feels like he's kind of, his thoughts are kind of jumbled here. He's not keeping his eye on the ball. Could have punished Dragonstar big time for having all this exposed eco, but he hasn't just yet. And he's coming forward to finish this tower now, which is good. Means the monks can't come through here. Kind of ranges the tip of that gold. Ranges all of that gold, actually, especially if he gets Bodkin. Be really devastating. Where's the turtle ship? Up here. Okay, turtle's doing work. And the Mangonel has found the TC. Oh, Max. Feels like you could have done so much more in this position. Dragonstar is now ahead on villagers over Max. But now, finally, Max is pushing out this way. He's got a turtle ship up here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Dragonstar. Don't run into that turtle. Max, please notice that. Please notice this. He doesn't see it. He doesn't see it. He's busy over here. Doesn't see the villagers retreating. Turtle ship can get no damage. It one-shots vills, by the way. Or no, does it leave them with 1 HP? It might leave them with 1 HP. Because of the armor. 2 HP, rather. Still pressuring over here. No Siege Workshop yet from Dragonstar. He's just adding one at the top. And he's going for Redemption. Now, Redemption's usually good against a siege push like this, but Max can retreat to the towers, which do very well against the monks. So it might be difficult for him. Max also more mangonels on this side to finish off that TC, killing more villagers over here. And suddenly Dragonstar is kind of stuck in this town center. No monasteries up here, no siege workshops up here, no towers up here for him. He is on stone, maybe thinking about a castle, but so is Max. Oh, oh, oh. Knight goes down. Mangonel stays alive. Mangonel is going to kill all the spearmen, though. Bop. Bop. You don't belong in the army. Daniel? Too soon. Absolutely too soon. Turtle died, by the way. Courtesy of this fire ship. And monks attacking. Doesn't get the Mangonel conversion. Does not get the conversion. Sanctity on the way. Really, really useful when you're going monk v Mangonel. Be in 2-shot territory, and Max is not screwing around anymore. He is coming forward with the castle. Already has, or still has 11 on stone, with 300 more in the bank. So when this one goes up, he might have enough for a second one, too. As Dragonstar continues to survive and rat it out in the right corner. Clinging to the edges of the map. Why is Max not killing this TC? That's a great question, honestly. It feels like one Mangonel right here is unstoppable, right? But maybe he figures he can clear it up later. Kind of distracted with all this business down on the side. Still harassing here with these fire galleys, looking for the fishing ships too. Both players with fish still alive at this stage. Unusual. You can convert towers. Yeah, you can. If you're at the base of it. Towers and bomber towers can be converted if you have redemption. Dragonstar is at 86 villagers against 83. It's going for a castle of his own now. Trying to secure more gold. Just keeps clinging to the edges. And Max just feels like he's afraid to push out. He is going for Imp now. Going to be far ahead of Dragonstar on that count. And Trebs can be really devastating against all of this stuff in the north. Still, it just feels like he's been really timid this game. Dragonstar adding more eco. Damn, dude. Dragonstar is a survivor. He is ratting it out on this side. Ooh, Mangonel versus Mangonel. Dragonstar needs this Mangonel to live. And max attack rounds, but he can't quite get it. I still don't know why this TC is alive. I have no idea. It feels like he should have killed this ages ago. Okay, Max goes for stables now. Is it for light cav? Hussar? He's going for archer ranges as well. Could be for hand cannons, because he's definitely getting chemistry here, right? Not making any war wagons yet. Dragonstar? Okay, 1 for 1. That's fine for Max. Another tower here for Max. That's actually a really great tower. If he can get it up. If he can get it up, that's going to be a fantastic tower. Can range the gold, denies this entire wood line, cuts units off from running this way. He has ballistics now, so he can snipe them while they're moving. Should be good. And that's the Imp TC. That is your Imp TC. Really. Not this one. Not this one. That one is your Imperial HTC. Right, I see. Well, Max isn't going to attack it, I suppose. Max's eco is now looking really good. 101 villagers. Decent eco upgrades. Arbalist on the way. And monks being cleared up by the scouts there. Meanwhile, on this side, though, Monk is kind of trying to convert that Mangonel, and the tower is not attacking it for some reason. Okay, the tower comes over. Will the Monk get the Mangonel? 2 hits left on the Monk until it gets killed. Dodging around. Dragonstar. Super Monk. Actual Matrix Monk there, dodging around the arrows. Manages to save it. And he's keeping his Imperial TC alive. It's at 80% here. I don't think the Mangonels are going to be able to take that out in time, but there is a Treb coming. There's no way, right? By the time the Treb unpacks, yeah, there's no way. There's no way. He gets to Imp. He definitely gets to Imp. And he's making a switch into longswords. Or champions, rather. If he can end up getting there. Conscription coming in for Max. Now controlling this entire area of the map. This TC is still alive. We don't know why. Maybe there's like Max has a special bond with this TC. I don't know. But now he's pushing out with more towers. Thumb ring, chemistry. Yupseong wouldn't be bad here. Champ Scarls? Yeah, but there's no way he can afford it, right? Look at his eco. Look at this eco. That's it. That's it. Dude, Polak, come on. Okay. Okay, villagers. Okay. Dragonstar keeps the TC alive. Dragonstar goes for another castle over here, and Max is trying to complete a tower. Feels like the tower will go up at the same time as the castle, which is going to be very annoying for Dragonstar. I have to focus that down. And barracks now being added from Max. Max is completely dominating this game at this stage. I thought he was a little bit timid earlier, but he got up to Imperial Age with a decent economy, kept the map control, made just enough Mangonels, went into towers, and there's no doubt now. There's no doubt in my mind. There's one longsword on the field from Dragonstar, and that's it. One longsword, one bombard cannon, wherever that is. It's over on this side. Boom. Boom. Come on, Treb. Shoot! Dude, this Treb had performance anxiety there. You see it? Look at that bomber cannon. Do you see that? Dragonstar's on the run. Dragonstar is on the run, folks. He is attempting to escape, and he figures that he cannot. It was a good rat attempt from Dragonstar. I think Max could have done a whole lot differently in the early game to just kill him right away. But he played it safe, played it steady, and he managed to take map control and destroy Dragonstar. We're 1-1 now in this set. It's going to be a good one. Military count, Katie really in favor of Max. Eco also in favor of Max. Imperial Age time was big. And Villagers, very even that entire game. Park the last Vill on a ship in the corner. Okay, Mach 10. I think we've all met Mach 10 in multiplayer games. We know your type, Mach 10. We know your type. Any big names knocked out today? Slam? Slam's gone. Win for Koreans, loss for Malians. We go on to Arabia. Hindustanis against Franks. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Mock up each. Or Machu Picchu. Oh my god. Thank you for the 11 months, dude. Titanic Swim Team, thank you for the 11 months. Still sinking, I see. I love how Dragonstar's name is so much smaller than Max's on my scoreboard. Kind of bothering me, but I'm not going to fix it now. Okay, let's go. Dragonstar is playing as the Franks here on Arabia. Max is playing as Hindustanis. 9 villagers start here. So the Arabia builds are going to look a lot different. And we look at this matchup. Franks against Hindustanis. Well, kind of have to favor the Hindustanis, right? But we said that for many years. And the win rates between these two on tournaments is actually a little bit more even than you would think. The Franks just auto go into Pikeman Monk, and then the Hindustanis have to adapt to that. It's changed up a little bit now that the Hindustanis have access to the Ghulam, which kind of counters Pikeman Monk to an extent. But then the Franks can switch back into cavalry. Hindustanis have to make an expensive tech switch back into camels. It's difficult, right? I think Hindustanis kind of lost out in this matchup when they lost access to Halb. Camels are nice and all, but camels take a very long time to mass, and they're very expensive. If you're going to make a cheap tech switch and a fast tech switch, Halb is much, much better as an anti-cavalry unit. Hindustanis have a jack? What? What was I saying? I didn't say a jack at any point. What's up, Bilo? No problem, dude. Always want to cast something different than other people. Ooh, that's not good for Max. Villager kind of blocking it, but he notices in time and he's going to clear up this rhino. Bro, you did? What was I saying when I said it? You don't even know. I didn't say it. Adapt? I wasn't saying adapt. I don't know. Dave's so angry today. I don't know. I'm not angry. I'm having a good time, man. We get Max against Dragonstar. I like it. Lost access to Halbs, but so they have to get jacked. Oh, well, I don't remember saying that. Yeah. I'm angry. Yep, Havoc's furious. Havoc is furious. Slam lost. Havoc is absolutely beside herself right now. Double anti-cavalry as Halbs and camels were overkill. I think it just, in late game, Halb is just so much better than camel. It's just so much better. Like, camel is great if you have an army of camels in Castle Age. Which, if you're fighting up against the Franks and you're fighting up against Pike Monk, isn't really optimal, right? But if you have to start massing those camels in Imperial Age, you're going to lose minutes. 3 to 4 minutes at least of momentum. Halb is just such an easier tech switch to make. You don't even really need the upgrades for Halbs. You don't need armor or attack. Like, they help. But most of Halb damage is bonus damage. And you don't even care if, like, 50 of them die, because you can make 50 more. I think losing Halb was a great nerf to Hindustanis. It made so many of the Civ matchups that seemed unstoppable for them, it made it suddenly bearable and playable. Yeah, they're still a little bit OP, but they're not, like, oppressive, unless you're playing as Mayans, and then it's just impossible. Alright, so Dragonstar on the way to Feudal Age. We see the eco upgrades already in for Max. He's going for a stable, so he's going to play scouts. He can wall his base pretty easily. Bop, bop. And then maybe even, like, wall to the TC back here, and then tower the gold or something. Wall at the front is easy. Dragonstar, he's going to have a little bit more trouble, but he can wall to the TC here. Maybe, like that. Maybe even little a circle wall around the back. Golems have zero business to be able to counter Eagle Warriors. Yeah, I agree. They shouldn't get the +2 bonus damage against Eagles. 100%. 100%. Hindustanis already have answers to Eagles without Golems being mixed in. Alright, Axelist. TMI, but thank you. Thank you, my friend, for being here. We appreciate you. Dude, this ostrich is trying to escape. Don't worry, ostrich. We won't tell anyone. We will not tell anyone. Dragonstar is attempting to wall at the back here, and he's going to go for some really big walls at the front. But Max is already in with the scouts. However, Dragonstar already has Spearmen ready. He's gone for a few scouts of his own. Frank scouts are better than the Hindustani scouts until Bloodlines comes in. I don't know if Max is going to go for Bloodlines here. He'll have 6 scouts, but some of them will be wounded now, and he sees his opponent is trying to full wall. If these walls go up, not sure how much sense Bloodlines makes. So the Frank scouts should be better consistently through Feudal Age here, but Max with the numerical advantage. So if the scouts ever get too far away from the Spearmen, he can jump on them. Take a good fight. How can Hindustanis counter Eagles? You mean other than Golems, which completely counter Eagles in the first place? Hand cannons are a really good option for Hindustanis. CA is also a decent option, yeah. But there's no Eagles here for Franks. As Max takes a really good fight there against the scouts. They're kind of just playing for map control at the moment. Max is not walling yet. He's got a Spearman patrolling. He knows the full walls are coming down from Dragonstar. He should expect the units coming forward now that the walls are down. And now that he's lost this fight. So he should probably start walling up at least in the front here, right? At least. Maybe try and figure out a solution for this wide open gap on this side. Who knows? He's making more scouts. Really? Continues to make scouts here. Interesting. Why? Guess he just wants to defend against this. I feel like your 4 scouts and the Spearmen should be enough, though. Interesting. Alright. Dragonstar done with making scouts. He's looking to go up to the next stage. 5 on gold only, so he doesn't have the enough to click up to castle, but he'll likely click wheelbarrow and then go up after that as he adds more to gold. I'm wondering for Dragonstar, does he open with a couple knights to try and pick away at the eco? Does he just go knight versus camel here, or does he open with monastery? I know he's going to go for a couple extra TCs likely. I feel like it's smart to make a couple knights. See if you can get in and distract your opponent. Especially if you think you're going to be first to Castle Age, which he's not, because Max is going to click up right now. Full on throwing Axeman. Ugh, yikes. Good pick. Good pick here from Dragonstar. Blocking the villager. Takes out the first villager of the game. Max is up to Castle Age. Dragonstar not too far behind, however. It's probably going to be a minute behind Castle Age, which isn't the worst thing in the world, especially since he's holding map position on the Max. So Max is going to take some time to really get out to his side of the map. All right, Dragonstar. I like this. Kind of holding Max in check on the gold. Max sending some spearmen over. And, ooh, is he going to leave? I think he's just going to straight up leave. No, he sticks around. I think with these spearmen now, you can maybe leave. Go search for a hole. Maybe there's a hole in here. I don't see one. But it's always good to check, you know? All right, Castle Age finally on the way from Max. He is a minute and what, 15 seconds behind? And he's starting to clear up the spearmen, but oh boy. Oh, God, no. Oh, these units were on stand ground. Oh, no, that's poor Scout's dead. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That spearman was a hero. He was a hero to the Frankish people. He will not be forgotten. And Max is the one who's going into pikemen. Max, as Hindustanis, is the one who's going into pikemen. We might have just a straight-up pikeman war on our hands. We see more spearmen being added from Dragonstar. Just a straight-up pikeman war here. Good quick walls from Max to prevent those scouts from doing any damage. Another quick wall here, another quick wall there. Villager is kind of out of position, but Dragonstar can't really engage. And Dragonstar will see the pikeman upgrade from Max, but he will also see this villager that is very exposed over here. Oh, Max, leaving him out to dry. That villa's gonna die. Oh! You stay there. You stay there and think about what you've done. Scout, you stay there and think about what you've done. What a sick quick wall from Max. Trapping that scout in there. He does lose another villager in the process, but he's managed to clear up this annoyance. He's got the second TC down. And now he goes into a monastery. I was thinking Franks would go pikeman monk. But it looks like Max is going to go pikeman monk. And our Frankish player adds more spearmen, goes for forging, adds another knight. A sick wall. Yep. It was a sick wall. Scouts finally cleared up. Over here, Eco KD is 2-0. 3-0. It's the third villager dies. And Dragonstar should be starting to take the eco lead. He already has it, but he's going to expand on it for sure. Max has a little bit better upgrades, however. Second farmer upgrade automatically coming in, obviously, for Dragonstar's Franks. Max with the second wood upgrade and with wheelbarrow. This Dragonstar looks for opportunities. It's what I was thinking, right? Like one stable, just keep up the night production. Force your opponent to repair their walls. If they have a hole, you can get in, kill a few villagers. And then play towards the later stages of the game. Whereas Max, well, does he want him to go into Golem? Probably not against Knight, right? Does he want to go into Camel? Not against Pikeman. What does he want to make here? That's the question. Also, Dragonstar spending all his gold to buy resources. He had 720 gold in the bank. I don't know what he was planning on making, but he had way too much, and he's balancing his eco a lot because of it. Knight is about to get in. Monk getting really close. Oh, I love that from Max. So he didn't try and convert the Knight from max range. He tried to get as close to the wall so the Knight couldn't run away, but Dragonstar noticed it in time. Great stuff from both players. Forward siege now from Dragonstar, and this TC is in a very vulnerable position for Max. Very vulnerable position. He knows it. That's why he's going for the outpost here. And what does he have? All he has is pikemen at the moment. Should be fine against what Dragonstar has currently, but once siege is added, those pikemen are going to feel a little bit bad. And also, Dragonstar, this is dangerous for Max. Dragonstar has already gone onto stone. He's going to have 9 villagers on stone. We all know about the cheap French castles. If he gets one like here, could be brutal. If he comes from this side, it could be brutal. As Max has these pikemen guarding the monk. That's cute. These guys are playing really well right now, I think. Max knowing exactly what Dragonstar was going into. Preemptively went for the monk pikeman himself. Redemption coming in. That's a great counter to the mangonels. Does cost a lot, though. And remember that Dragonstar has 11 on stone. He's thinking about a castle here. Once the castle is up, redemption ain't going to be... And it's not going to matter at all. Dude. This is a really bad position for Max. Look at him charge up against the pikemen. He doesn't want Dragonstar to know right away that he has redemption. And then he switches to the mangonel before Dragonstar can fully comprehend what's going on. That mangonel is being converted. Yes, it is now Max's mangonel. Great play from Max. Really, really tricky stuff there. Mangonel goes down. He wasn't expecting to keep that for very long, but it keeps his TC safe for the time being. And I think this means that Dragonstar cannot get away with the forward castle in that beautiful position right here. He's going to have to go for it somewhere else. Here might be good. As Max converts the outpost. Okay. I once had an outpost here. Never mind. Besides, the siege workshop is a better use of his time. And another TC over here from Max, but Dragonstar is exploring this. Can he see that TC? He can. Not paying attention to that knight at the moment, though. Dragonstar deletes the siege workshop.
For being the best.
Thank you, One Wet Paw, for the 18 months. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, dude. That's a year and a half. Ooh. More knights show up, but Max realizes right away. Garrisons the villagers, and now, well, 2 knights almost get it converted, and supplies! Supplies coming in for Dragonstar as the French. Not something you see every day. Going for the castle in a safer position, and Max ends up going for the castle here. Redemption was big for Max. Clearing up that mangonel, getting Dragonstar to delete that siege workshop opened up this position for him. Really great stuff. I like the strategical choices from both players here, honestly. Like, just with the unit comps, it's really, really nice. Action sequencing here has been great. Both are imping soon. Yep. Max is about to click up. Dragonstar is about to click up. Whose gold is that supposed to be? I think it's supposed to be Dragonstar's. Right? Where's Max's other gold? Here? Yeah. Is that supposed to be... Is that actually supposed to be Dragonstar's gold? Yikes. Yikes. That's bad. Wow. Who has the hill advantage here? I think they're on equal terms. Right? I think they're equal. Might be. University now for Max. Scouts are looping around. They could deny this for a while. Also, Max has to be careful with his monks here. Little bit of an Imperial Age advantage for Max, but not too much, like 7 seconds. The scouts are still looking for value. Max still has 8 monks, which could come in handy here. Especially if our Frank player wants to go for like bomber cannons, could come in handy big time. He already has redemption, right? So converting the siege would be really, really nice. Hindustanis have the advantage in late imp. They should. Yeah, they should. I think hand cannons is really tough composition for Dragonstar to stop. And we see the arch range is already coming up here. Knight's getting converted. He needs to run away. 2 knights get converted. Beautiful stuff from Max. Does Max see this relic back here? He does. Might want to grab that at some point. Dragonstar already with 3 relics. Should point that out. And Dragonstar is going for archer ranges of his own, so it's probably going to be skirmisher. Skirmisher what? What on earth does Dragonstar do? What on earth does he do? Is it hand cannon for Dragonstar as well? You don't want to play hand cannon against hand cannon. Like, at least the skirms are like a meat shield, right? Something you can spam. Axeman Onager. Oh, that would get destroyed so quickly. Holy. Axeman Onager would get absolutely dusted. I mean, I guess it's going to be hand cannons for Dragonstar, but he's already behind on the Treb War. He's already behind in the chemistry research. He's not even researching chemistry right now. And now we see Max actually going into cav archers, not hand cannons. Interesting. Okay. He's going into cav archers. Interesting. Inscription being researched first from Dragonstar, and he makes a ton of Cavalier. Still 11 pikemen on the field for Max. He can no longer upgrade to Helm. And he's saying he's lost that in the last patch. But he does have 8 monks, too. So 11 pikemen, 8 monks. If those Cavalier come in here to snipe these Trebs, they are going to get, like, cleaned up really quickly. Unless he has 20 or 30 of them. And even then, he's going to lose a lot. And this is giving time for Max to mass up the cav archers behind this. Dragonstar getting his stone soaked, but oh my god. Dragonstar is not messing around here, folks. Dragonstar is not messing around. He's going to attempt to win this in one solid wave of Frankish Paladin. He is going to attempt to win this, and if this is going to succeed, he needs to hold this castle until he has like 30 Paladin. Till that research is in, this research is in, the attack research is in. All these Paladin are produced. Like, he is going to need a gigantic wave of military. This is how you win with Paladin in 1v1. If you are teching into Paladin, you are not banking on the long slog. You're not looking for the super late game. You're looking for one push, one win. What about conversions? I think if you have enough Paladin, you just say, fuck the conversions. Let him try. Dragonstar needs to hold. Max is coming forward. Dragonstar needs to not show this army, especially after their Paladin. I think there's even an argument to be made for deleting this stable after you get Paladin. Because as soon as Max sees one of those, the gig is up. The gig is completely up. If you want to keep massing anyway. He's got 23 of them. Is that enough? No! No, 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 no. Max didn't just lose the stone for that castle because of his bomber cannon. I think it happened. I think it actually happened. And here comes the Paladin. Here come the Paladin in here. The monks are trying to get conversions. Not getting any conversions. The Paladin are pushing everything back. One Paladin converted, but Max needs to retreat behind his castle. He's going to lose the trebuchet. He's going to lose bombard cannons. He's going to lose more trebs behind this. Losing the villagers as well. The castle foundation denied by his own units. Pikemen, not enough to clear up Paladin. The monks are going to go down as well. And this is a pushback if I've ever seen one from Dragonstar. He waited until Paladin was in. And now Max needs to make that incredibly expensive, time-consuming switch into heavy camels. The Paladin are into his eco. How can Dragonstar capitalize on this is the question right now. How many villagers can he kill? The Paladin are coming back here. The Paladin are in the farms. The Paladin are still streaming in on this side. The Trebs are exposed. Dragonstar could kill those Trebs if he's paying attention. Oh, this is going to be brutal. Oh, this is absolutely brutal for Max. So many villagers are going to die here. So many villagers. Look at the villager count right now. 136 for Dragonstar. He's got 15 Paladin in the queue. The Cav Archer switch just seems like it wasn't the play here. Max needed a whole lot more time, and Dragonstar, being super patient with his Paladin mass, is punishing him so hard. Dragonstar looking for more vills now. They've slaughtered a bunch of villagers. They will kill again. 22 vills already killed by these Paladin. Amazing stuff. Really, really great stuff from Dragonstar. But on the other side, oh god! 34 villagers! Let me in! Let me in! Now it's time for Max to raid. However, on this side, the Trebuchet have been spotted by Dragonstar. He's going to try and clear them up. Paladin against Heavy Camel. Well, it looks like he's outnumbering the Heavy Camel. Look at the upgrades for Max. They're simply not there. They're simply not there. No armor, no attack. Paladin will win that fight. They'll continue killing. They'll kill more villagers over here. They'll kill the TC over here. They'll fight off this camel over here. And Max is, well, that's the state of Max's economy right now. In one image. In one image. How many Paladin here? Oh my god, bro. Second wave incoming. 41 Paladin on the field. Max just now getting that +2 armor. Feels like Dragonstar can just come in here and snipe TCs as the Cav Archers are running around. Only 8 kills total on these Cav Archers. 8 kills for such an investment. 8 kills. Dragonstar straight up popping off here in this game. Straight up popping off. More villagers going down. Camels being cleared up, and then he'll start working on the Cav Archers. And Max calls the GG. Perfect. Perfect execution there from Dragonstar. We're going to go back to that crucial moment, actually. Should have been, like, right around here. Maybe a little bit sooner. Okay, so here's the castle. We have Paladin coming in 26 seconds. We see Max is coming forward for this. He's going Heavy Cav Archer, Bloodlines. He just got all of his upgrades. All of his upgrades for those Cav Archers. And this one Bombard Cannon is attacking the outpost. And there goes the castle. Suddenly the Paladin have an avenue to come in. If that castle foundation is up, I think Max can make a couple houses here. Maybe try and defend his siege. Maybe quick wall over here. Once that castle goes down, it is wide open for the Paladin to come in. Wide open. And he didn't look back. Oh boy. What a great play. And that is a prime example. I was talking about it before. That is a prime example of how Hindustanis got nerfed in a bunch of different matchups. Normally, when they had Halb, Max would have just upgraded his pikeman, the 11 he had on the field, to Halb. Would have defended very nicely against this, and he could make some more barracks to produce. But now he has to tech into Cav Archer, Camel, all gold units. Very, very difficult for him. Very, very difficult. Great stuff, though. Dragonstar's a beast. Most of those kills in that KD came after Paladin got researched. Eco very similar here. Don't you think monks are sometimes respected too much? Not really. I think people have a correct amount of respect for monks. If I use your example, 15 knights run away from 2 monks. Well, the monks take 2 knights, right? So now you only have 13 knights. Your opponent has 2. They can run away with them, cause harassment to you. Let's say they didn't have knights before. Suddenly those knights are running away from your knights. You have to chase them. They might go into your eco if you ignore them. And suddenly you're dealing with knights when before you were only dealing with monks. And they only spent 100 gold to get a unit that cost like 70 gold or whatever. And they're denying you that gold as well. They're effectively killing your units. So I think people have correct respect for monks. Yeah, let's get into the next game. Mark down the score here really quickly. Let's go. Okay, so we have the weirdest migration generation I've ever seen. Usually you have, you know, a little bit up against the edge of the map, but in this one, Max has 2 full sides up against the edge of the map. He's got plenty of spaces on this map that cannot be harassed by water, which is very unusual. And Dragonstar also has a private fucking pond. Wait a second. Dragonstar has a private villa at the back of his base. It is completely landlocked here. And the middle island is also like a potato. It is just a gigantic space. This is so weird. This is so weird, dude. Dragonstar, he's not going to dock back. He might not dock back here. Because he won't see any deep fish. If he brings his scout back, it can completely change his build. Does he see the deep fish? He doesn't quite. He'll see it here, though. He'll be like, oh, that's very interesting. That is very interesting. If he was playing as Malay, that would be hilarious. He could get so many fish traps set up back here. If Dragonstar was playing as Malay, 100% he docks this. 100%. This really shouldn't happen in tournaments. Well, we'll see. We'll see, right? We'll see. Maybe they work on the map scripts and whatnot afterwards. This is just one of the weirdest migration maps I've ever seen. You have 1 dock less on the front, though. Yeah, I know. But I think, Sci-Fi, I think you just said it. It doesn't matter if you have 1 dock less on the front because you have defender's advantage. It's such a long distance from your opponent. Especially if you're going like fires or something with Malay. Imagine Max docking this. Full BF vibes. You could probably fit 3 fish traps in here. You could probably fit 3 in there, I think. Max, whatever you do, please don't make a dock here and wall your villager in, please. Please don't do it. Oh, there's still a space. Okay, never mind. Still a space. No tree in between. Cool. Never mind. Didn't say anything. Didn't mean it. This might be a useful spot later on in the game, though, for Dragonstar. I can see, like, going at the front with your initial docks so you can keep up the water pressure as he's up to the feudal age really quickly. Lithuanians, great start on water maps. But later on in the game, if you just need some food eco, oh, man. Dropping a dock back here with 3 deep fish, shore fish available, too. Beautiful. Beautiful. Your pond versus the pond your girlfriend told you not to worry about. Exactly. This is your pond, by the way. And this is Hoyo's pond. Alright, feudal age on the way for Dragonstar. He has now reached fast Malay uptime, though, for Max. And we saw Max play with Malay before. It's very impressive. He had a really quick Castle Age and then Imperial Age, too. Playing 1 TC that entire time. And he's likely going to go into Galleys again. Play this very similar. There is so much room, though, in this middle area. Like, even if you... This might be a map where water control, even on migration, doesn't matter as much, right? Because, look, all of this is free from being ranged from that water. It's kind of crazy if you think about it. Is Gymbox still timed out? Is Havoc that angry? Gymbox is dead? Okay. This might turn into a land war. That's right. If it does turn into a land war, I think I favor the Lithuanians. Could be an incredibly long game. Could be. Let's see. Max is now going for fire galleys. Interesting. So he went for regular galleys last time around. Going for fire galleys this time. Maybe the regular galley choice is predicated on the fact that his opponent was Japanese last time, and it's incredibly difficult to kill Japanese fishing ships with fire galleys. Okay, galleys coming across for Dragonstar. Does not have fletching yet, and he's going to run right into this fire galley. He's got plenty of room to micro this down, though. He can eat this fire galley for dinner. He's going to run into another fire galley over here, though, so his micro's going to have to be on point on both sides. And he simply retreats, and Max buys himself a lot of time. Goes for the market. Max might be thinking about Castle Age. Might be thinking just fire galley defense into Castle Age. Guys, this is WL migration, so it's quite different from OG migration. We saw this map earlier, though, and it did not look like this at all. It was just like the regular migration. I think this generation is just an anomaly. Yeah, Max is going to go FC here. Transport ship, maybe? Or does he go FC? Switching into galleys now. Does he go FC and just get control of the water? With the amount of galleys on the water right now, it feels like Max can get up to the Castle Age, get War Galley upgrade, and push this back with fires. Like, only a minute and a half until he's in Castle Age. Brutal. And he's got a fire galley behind and a fire galley in front. Dragonstar is microing into the other fire galley, too. This is not the greatest situation for Dragonstar. That's for sure. Already losing one, and Max can feel fairly secure on this side. Dragonstar, though, hunting that fire galley down. Really good stuff. Great snipe. He knew Max was going to try and repair that. Not going to happen, though. And, well, he's managed to clear up a lot of the numbers for Max before Max gets to Castle Age, but still 2 fire galleys for him and 2 in the queue. Should be okay. I wonder if Dragonstar retreats as soon as he sees Castle Age. Is he going deeper or does he retreat? Very risky. Very, very risky. He goes in deep. It's a deep boy. Oh boy. 2 of these galleys are like 1 hit away from death. Max will snipe this, right? Does not. Interesting. He's running with all of his fish. He's actually sacrificed 2 fish, which Dragonstar will see. But he's coming around here. Ooh, he came around this side with the fires. Dragonstar is still not up to Castle Age. And these are going to be really tough to take out with just galleys. Max will clear those up without micro from Dragonstar. Dragonstar, in the meantime, has found the units over here from Max, but he's going to lose the galleys on this side too. This is the advantage of going melee on this map. You get up super quickly. You have the advantage to fire ship. Dragonstar is now the one running with his fish, and Max realizes the fish are somewhere over here. He smells them. He knows they ran this way, and he's going to find them. And he's going to burn them to ashes. He's still pushing over here too. Really strong FC play. And, well, Dragonstar, well, I'm assuming that, yep, they called the GG. It's not a crash. Dragonstar called the GG. 2-2. As I predicted, an incredibly long game. Yes, your predictions are on point. They must have, like, they're both gonna resign from this game and look over here and be like, what the hell? Dragonstar could have just played transport ship on here and then fish boom at the back for free. I know there's only 3 deep fish there, but it's safe. Which is something. Okay. 2-2. Migration win for Max, and we go to border. We go to border dispute. Oh boy. Has anyone ever seen border dispute before? This used to be in tournaments back in the day. And whoa, this is gonna be something. Basically, your TCs start right next to each other. Right next to each other. Almost within range. And now we have a 9 villager start to add to that. Minute and a half wait until we get into the game. Thank you for being here, everyone. Thank you for the follows. Appreciate it. All the subs and everything. Really appreciate you guys. Aren't the Mongols really good here then? I'd have to see what this generation looks like, what this script looks like. I don't know if they've changed it. Any idea why 9 was the number chosen? We've had a couple tournaments with 9ville starts. I don't know why 9 is good. I don't know. And it's going to be Teutons against Mongols. $50 seconds. Six on food, 3 on wood, perfect for scouts. Yes, the famous 9 villager scout rush. Dun, 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 dun. Basically, the idea behind 9 villagers is it speeds the games up, right? I like it on the closed maps. I'm still not sure how I feel about it on Arabia. But on most of these maps, it's pretty good. I'm in favor of it. It's just some of them, like Arabia, Four Lakes, stuff like that. I'm not 100% still. We'll see how it pans out. Anyway, welcome to Border Dispute, where the boars are free and plentiful. Unless your opponent steals them all, as Max has done. So 3 boars for Max, no dead villagers, and only 1 boar for Dragonstar. And now they are no longer disputing the borders. Haha, border, ha ha ha. Exactly. And Max is playing as Mongols. So this is an absolutely insane amount of food that he is going to be... Just watch that food counter tick up. Watch that. Burp. You see it? You see where my mouse is pointing? Do you see it? Do you see it? That is the villagers collecting food right now. That is how much they have in their arms. Burp. Meanwhile, Dragonstar, well, he's relegated to only 1 boar. There is a no man's land in between these two with a dead body. It used to be his land, but now it is no man's land. And there's a lot of wood and gold and stuff on the outside. But usually, players will try and pressure the middle, cut off the main golds. As you can see, the main gold from Dragonstar, unfortunate position. Main gold from Max, a little bit better. And it's actually a wallable position here for Max. And they will try and cut off the wood lines as well. First hit there on the scout as Max pushes in some more deer. Got an insane amount of food. Just look at this. A little bit more food collected there from Max. It's going to be more than that, actually. Look at this. Oh, my God. 300 more. Oh, God. Dude, we're 3 minutes in. He's got 300 more food collected than his opponent. Absolutely disgusting. He has 500 food in the bank now. He can click up to the next age as soon as this mining camp goes up. And he's immediately going to gold. So that tells me that he's thinking about archers. And he's going to click up now. Bop. Oh my God. 3.5 minutes. I know it's a 9 villager start, but still impressive uptime there from Max. Has he gone for loom? He has not. Dragonstar will be up shortly as well. Now, the weakness here for Max is that he doesn't have that robust of an economy behind this. His hunt is all going to be gone shortly. He will have an extra couple deer to take. But in terms of the amount of villagers, he's only going to have 17, so... Asking to produce from, you know, more than 1 range, a little bit of a task. Oh, Burke. TV watcher Burke. Oh my god! Dragonstar is going for the douche. Dragonstar is going for the douche with the Teutons. Dragonstar says, enough. I know what you're doing here. And Dragonstar has deleted his TC and he is going for the douche. He is sending everything. He's even bringing the sheep along. Max, I don't think Max expected this. I don't think Max expected this. Max is going to be in the feudal age. But for what? Dragonstar is going to be attacking his TC. Dragonstar can fit 25 villagers in here. Unfortunately for Dragonstar, he's only got 19. So it's not that big of a difference. But goddamn, he's coming in hard. He is coming in hard. Max taking the sheep on the other side of the TC. How long this TC is going to live, we don't know. He's gone for an archery range here. Let's hope that he has enough wood to make another town center. One can hope, right? Walls coming up from Dragonstar. He knows the archers are coming in. He still has 200 wood in the bag. What a play from Dragonstar with the Teutons. Normally we only see this with the Persians, and Max is not going to have enough wood to replace his TC. If he wants to keep making archers, it's going to be tough for him. He almost has enough now. Maybe he can place one. Looks like Dragonstar is being incredibly annoying with the scout, trying to snipe the sheep. He takes out 2 sheep, 3 sheep, 4 sheep, 5. No, 4 sheep. 4 sheep killed from Dragonstar. Does he go for another one is the question. Does he go for another TC? This is how you solve a border dispute? Apparently. I think you cancel these and go for another TC. Maybe. I don't know. It's going to be difficult either way. He's taking the hunt. He's taking the sheep. He's got the weirdest base layout I've ever seen in my entire life. Banana base layout. What is this game? And look at this. Max is already placing houses here to prevent the TC from going down. I'm so glad we chose this set. I'm so glad. So glad. Oh, scout. Oh, that scout's going to be annoying. Scout does not go down, but it leaves again. Past the confines of Dragonstar's base. 25 villagers for him. Only 19 villagers for Max. And Dragonstar is thinking about clicking up to feudal age. Dragonstar is going to click up to feudal. Bop. No, he doesn't have another building. He's trying to make a mill. On a deer. On 2 deer. But the archers are here. Maybe Max returns the favor and lames the deer a little bit. He's coming in with the archer. Dragonstar notices this. That's huge. That is massive. Max only has 2 archers now. He only has 2 archers. No fletching. This is such a messy game. And Dragonstar's up to feudal age. This douche didn't do that much in my opinion. It did a lot, bro. That did a lot. Just look at the villager count right now. He also killed 4 sheep, which is huge. It took so much momentum. It did. I mean, it's still going to be rough for him. I think Dragonstar did that just because Max got most of the boars and some of the sheep in the hunt at the beginning, and he knew he was going to be behind versus Mongols. It was a reactionary play. I think he was going to be behind either way if he played it standard or with a douche, but I think it was a great play, honestly, from Dragonstar. It was very inventive. And now the question for Dragonstar is, what does he do to follow this up? Max is going to have archers. Does Dragonstar try and YOLO onto stone? Does he try and go into skirmishers? Who knows? Okay, villagers trying to come in here from Max. It's inventive. Dragonstar can wall this and then attack with vills. Like a gate or something here? No, he doesn't go for it. Does not go for it. He just rushes it down with villagers. When he gets to the feudal age, 1 villager ahead of Max. And that's soon to be equaled up here as the scout takes out that villager. Starting scout for Max still being very annoying. Dragonstar with some peculiar walls. And I love the fact that Max is spreading all of his archers out here. Great response from Max to the douche. Really, really good. I think you are wrong. Kind of predetermined strat versus opponent who got Mongols instead of him. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. He needs to move these villas away, though. They're getting weakened like crazy. And it's a blacksmith and an archer range. Still has only lost 1 villager this game, but it's about to be more. 100% about to be more. There's so many weak vills. Teutons are kind of nice for this, though, if you have your TC in the middle of nowhere, because your farms are cheaper. Still, things are getting ugly. Things are getting very ugly. Dragonstar is attempting to save all of his villagers. Still has skirmishers here. Meanwhile, we look at Max's eco. It's looking much better than Dragonstar's. And Dragonstar is now going everything to stone. He has 0 wood in the bank.
It's prime time.
Or 27 wood, rather. Yo, YOLO, thank you for the 12 months, man. Thank you so much. Great response from Max. Really, really great response from Max. I like it a lot. Does Dragonstar attempt to go for some towers now is my question. Max has a beautiful, well, it's not a beautiful economy, but I mean, compared to the other person in this game, it's pretty fantastic. So he picks off another villager. Dragonstar is down super bad. Is he going to douche? He can't. Where is he? What? He's coming back to the wood. He's coming back to the wood, friends. Max going for a market. Max is going to click up. Great recovery. Fantastic recovery. I honestly don't know if this is a prepared strategy. I don't know. Also, I think someone brought it up before. I think he might have been better suited clicking up to Feudal Age when he placed the TC and he calls the GG. Max makes it through here. Great performance from Dragonstar, though. Very entertaining stuff. I think he might have been better suited clicking up when he was douching. And maybe not going for as many walls as he did initially. Saving that wood for something else. Damn, dude. Maybe following up with another douche. What if he followed up with another douche? What about that? What about that? It could have been possible. Oh, I love to see it, though. I love to see it with a civ that isn't Persians as well. Max with a much better economy from Dragonstar. Clap to Dragonstar, though. Great attempt. Max going through the legend. Formerly the best Finnish player against the best Indian player ever. Great matchup there. And